Hi, I'm Kevin Klein. Today is Monday, September 26th, and that means we have 30 days until the election. Less than 4 weeks for you to determine who will be the next city council and mayor for the city of Winnipeg. This is a critical election. We have 11 people running for mayor. We're going to muddy the waters with that many people running for office. So I want to make sure that our message is clear so that you can make an informed decision and select the person who is best suited to manage this city properly, who is best suited to tackle crime, make sure our transit system is safe, and who will put an end to secret meetings and backroom deals. That's why over the next 29 days, I will come to you via video and share with you any questions that we've been asked by the media, our answers to the media, as well as any policies we put forward that we believe will make for a better Winnipeg. I also invite you to visit my website, kevinklein.ca, because we post all of the answers we give to special interest groups. And we've had many, and they have specific questions that they would like answered. We put them online for you to see. No secrets here, none whatsoever. So let us start today with the 3 questions we got from different media sources. The first had to do with a poll that was done by the Winnipeg Free Press and CTV. And it was done a few weeks ago, but the information just came out last Friday, where just over 600 people had responded to their poll, and it showed us at 10% or in 4th place. So I responded to that question with another poll that was done just last week. In fact, it was completed on September 22nd, and the details came out on September 23rd. Here it is on the screen. And you can see it's very different. It shows Murray down by 10 points and us in 2nd place. And then there was a 3rd poll that we became aware of, done by politically.ca, I believe. Here it is. You can take a look at it. Again, showing us in 2nd place, but very different numbers. I shared this with you, and I'll share what I shared with the reporter. Polling is not who we base elections on. We base elections on the person who can get the job done. We base the elections on finding somebody who isn't winning a popularity contest on social media, but finding somebody who will actually do what's best for our city and who will actually get things done. The second reporter called us about Portage and Main. Yep, here we go again, Portage and Main. I answered that question by saying, we need to talk about the facts. And the reporter said, it's quite simple. Yes, you would open it, or no, you would open it. But I don't think it's that simple, because I think that's politics. So I want to provide you with the information that I learned from being on council for the last 4 years. A candidate for mayor came forward in 2014 and said, we were going to knock down the barriers and open up Portage and Main. And then that candidate waited and got cold feet and waited. And then in 2018, when they wanted to bring this forward before the next campaign, all of council got really scared. So they put it on a ballot. They made it a referendum, which cost you money. But what they didn't tell you is in the time from 2014 until 2018 and now 2022, is that it's costing you millions. The fact remains the membrane, the material between the road and the underground system, has reached its capacity. It's too old. It has to be replaced. So we're going to have to tear up Portage and Main, and we're going to have to fix the membrane. That's our responsibility, and you're going to have to pay for it. So instead of getting the job done, instead of being a real leader and making the decision that we're going to have to do it, let's do it now when it's going to be cheaper, as opposed to waiting several years until we think the public won't get mad at us. That is the answer. Let's do the work that has to be done. Let's do it cost effectively. So if that means not putting up the barriers, which that would mean, then we don't put the barriers back up. This isn't a question about my political objective is to see no barriers at Portage and Main. My political objective is to make sure that the work gets done so it's safe for residents driving over it and walking in the tunnels, and also that it's the most cost-effective measure for you, the taxpayer. The third question we got was about the Leaf. The Leaf put out its pricing, and a reporter contacted me because there is a group that's calling the pricing for the Leaf out of bounds, that regular people and people with lower incomes won't be able to go to the Leaf. My answer was this. I sit on the board of directors as a counselor for the Assiniboine Park Conservatory, and I promised that I would raise this at a meeting that is coming up within the next week to determine why the pricing is what it is and to see if there are any plans in place to make sure that it is open to all people for Winnipeg to enjoy at a reasonable rate. I didn't want to answer the question until I have all the facts. So when I have all the facts on what determined the price and what measures they may have already put in that I haven't been told about, then I'll come back to you and I'll tell you how I feel about it. But I think the Leaf is a fantastic addition to our city. It's going to attract people from all over the world, but it needs to be enjoyed by people in our city, by all people in our city. So let me do the research on that one, and I will get back to you with my feelings on it and what I've heard from the Assiniboine Park Conservatory. Listen, that's all we have for today. Tomorrow we are making a policy announcement, so stay tuned for that video. If you have any questions or comments, please email me. I get my own emails. It's kevin@kevinklein.ca, or visit us at one of our town halls. This is where the community comes together and we talk about the real issues. The real issues about crime and how we're going to fix crime and how we're going to let the bad guys know we're not going to tolerate it anymore. How we're going to make our transit system safe and how we're going to make this a better Winnipeg for everyone.